a platform for open dialogue and intellectual exchange. We encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The Afternoon Conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday through Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss out. I know of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society but the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their control with a wholesome direction, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform their direction by education. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live for the program, The Afternoon Conversation. We provide you a platform for open dialogue and intellectual exchange. We encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The Afternoon Conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday through Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss out. It's always good to be here, as we said before, the microphone to educate our people, to entertain and inform. It is our business, so we hold it so hard and we cherish doing what we find ourselves doing. On this afternoon's edition of the program, The Afternoon Conversation, we look forward to playing host to folks from Lone Star Cell, one of the biggest GSM companies in Liberia. Representatives will be joining us in subsequent time. But before that, we have some of our brothers who left Liberia in search for greener pasture. And these brothers of ours, this is not just the first time, neither the second or the third time. It is a continuous stuff. So these brothers left Liberia, some left under some extraneous circumstances, some they left with the support and the aspiration of going to seek greener pasture to help the family back home. And there are a lot more that have been happening. But it was interesting to know that the young folks are now stranded. We have Liberians who are now stranded in Niger. They are there. We will be talking to one of those victims of the circumstances as it relates to Liberians who are now stranded in Niger at the ROM camp there in Niger. But let me just give you a little historicity about this whole issue that has to do with migrants and their movement from one point to the other. As you all know, Liberians and other nationals, but specifically, we're going to level it down to Liberia, our Liberian brothers and sisters. They leave Liberia in search for greener pasture. Some because they want to, experience life outside of Liberia. They get engaged with folks or institutions that are getting themselves involved with, quote unquote, creating job opportunity in foreign land. And these young brothers and sisters of ours pay some ransom and they get them out of here. Some they try going through what we call in our local parlance slow way. But whatever it is, in sometimes in 2020, some Liberians, approximately 62 Liberian migrants, were reported stranded in an international organization for migration camp in Niamey, Niger. These folks, the government of Liberia tried all they could, and according to information, some were repatriated. But as it stands, over the week, I got in touch with one of our followers, and he made me to understand that he has something very serious to let me know about. And while we had the conversation, he brought out this issue that has to do with our brothers who are stranded in Niger. So my number was exchanged with one of the persons there in Niger. So this person, Bill Bob Chie, who is a Liberian migrant on the camp of ROM in Hauti city of Niger. Bill said, we, the migrants here, really need the Liberian government attention right now because the ROM director said that our ambassador is not responding and he highly go online. Right now, as I speak to you, there's no good sleeping place and no food as well. Many people are getting sick every day, and 2 Liberians died 2 months ago. We want to use your medium to call on the Liberian government attention for more. So, Bill reached out to me with this information. So, we want you to hear from the horse's mouth. We will be placing a call to Bill so that he explain their ordeal that they are faced with in Niger. So as soon as we get Bill on the line, we will be talking to Bill relative to what is unfolding there in Niger with them at the ROM camp where they are residing. So now Bill is on the line. Bill, good afternoon, Bill.
Hello.
Good afternoon. How is everything with you guys on that side?
Hello. Oh yes.
Are you getting me?
Are you getting me?
I'm getting you, Bill. I say, how is everything with you guys on that side? The internet delay. Oh, Bill. The internet delay. You need to find a suitable place, Bill, if possible, so that we get to talk to you without hitches. Bill,
Hello.
are you getting me now? Bill. Oh my God. Bill, are you Are you getting me? Bill, are you getting me? Hello? Bill, are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. I'm getting you.
Uh-huh. So over the weekend you reached out to me concerning what you guys are going through. You care to tell the public, the listening audience, exactly what you did explain and some of the ordeal that you guys are going through. But in first, how did you get to where you are?
Okay, my name is Bill Bob. I was in Ontario when we were attacked on May 30 by some bad guys referred to as the mafia or bandit. And then through the attack, some black died that day. So we were trying to escape and then we were captured by police. And they brought us to the border between Algeria and that of Niger, a place called Asamaka.
Okay.
There where they usually brought people that they capture when they are doing deportation. When they bring us there, they drop us in the desert. We have to find our own way to the place called Asamaka, where we meet the IMO to help us to send us back to our country. The IMO is an organization.
Yeah.
So IMO take off from Asamaka in the desert camp. On the desert camp, you stay some time. Some of us stay 3 months. Some people spend 6 months in Asamaka. Some people even spend 9 months there. If you are privileged, if you are lucky, you won't stay long. They will send you to the desert camp. From the desert camp, they send you to Ali, where we are now. And this gone Sunday, one Liberian by the name of Bobby passed off. So like probably now we have 3 in this month. We are like 3 Liberians that are in this process. Because as a matter, there is no good food. The sun is very hot because it's a desert area. No good sleeping place.
No medication.
No medication.
We are suffering here.
We are suffering here. And here, Liberians are not ready in and also to push Liberians is very high. And then the IMO people keep saying that they are not hearing from our ambassador.
Our government are not serious.
Our government is not serious about us. They are not showing concern.
No,
like other countries like Guinea president turn up for them, they go time. They far for them. Nigerian president turn up and 12 flag for migrant here. But for us, they turn out that they say that each of our ambassador is offline.
So the ambassador, is it who's the ambassador?
I don't know. We are not the president because we left the country a long time.
Okay, so that
all the care tell us that our ambassador is offline.
Okay, Robert Pade should be the ambassador to IMO. Robert Pade, yeah. So go ahead with the explanation.
Okay,
go ahead.
So they brought us to Ali, where they had where is the second camp. They had to take us from Ali to Agadesh. From Agadesh, then they will take us to Yami for our final interview with our ambassador, so they can send us back to Liberia. But somehow we are still long here because why were they for the Liberian government is that we are here. The place is very hard. There is no food, no medication. People are going mad. And the condition here is very tough for us. We are here. Even when they are calling other nationals to push them, they don't even think about us because they keep saying our government doesn't care for us. So we've been searching for a medium wherein we can be able to push our agenda for the government to listen to us, to hear our cry, to come to us, at least to turn up or to care back to our country.
Brother, I want to broadcast the word on this radio. Word at this hour now. I want to say something.
Mm-hmm. So what's your own name? What's your name?
My name is Bill T. Gamunde from New Georgia.
Bill Gamunde from New Georgia. So, okay. Bill, how you got there?
Okay, not to eat much of your time, Chief, because we've been trying to get on this radio to talk about what we're passing through the level of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for a level of time, we sum up to our time. We thought that things were going to be fine. We went to Algeria. Algeria deportation started since 1980. We never knew how the situation, how people die in this kind of journey. You understand what I mean today? So after some of us were caught in Algeria, place called Ishala, and then the Algerian police kept up at prison about 1 month. We were there eating bread, no food, drinking water from the same bag. People get crazy, people die every day. We bear all that punishment. God come first, we survive. They give us deportation to Tamlasta, which is the second to last capital city. We make 3 days in a prison. You are eating, you are shitting, you are doing everything there. Every day that flock, people get crazy. So many people get crazy in that place. You understand? So we been all through that. After then, they give us deportation to Asamaka. They drop up before the death said. Asamaka is where divide Niger and Algeria is the borderline. No man land. Where mafias, they come there, they fire all night. They kill some people. Those people come, the terrorists, they come to attack. Most they when we enter the team, they attack there one night. We survive with migrant because the IMO, which is the migrant of Africa, this, that, start to help us, start to encourage us, oh, your beer will push you to your country. So they accepted us to that desert to Asamaka there. We were so many Liberians, 2 of our friends dying in the desert on our way to Asamaka.
Wow. So since oh my god, the internet. So Bill, since then, how are you guys been making it? Bill, let's reconnect. You are listening to the afternoon conversation and the voices you are getting behind on the line. We have the two Bills. One is Bill Bob Chie. Bill Bob Chie earlier spoke, and now Bill from New Georgia was on the line with me when we lost contact with them. But let's try to reconnect and see how we can get them to explain their ordeal of what they are going through there in Niger as migrants. So wherever you are, if you are listening, share the show live on. We are live on Love TV on Facebook, and the program is also simultaneously carried on Love FM 105.1. So we're trying to reconnect with Bill. Bill explained the ordeal. Sometimes it's difficult. Not even sometimes it's difficult for them to even have internet connectivity to get to talk to people to come to their aid. So we're fortunate to come in contact with Bill on Sunday, and we made he made a passionate plea that we help to get the information across. So we provided the medium through which they can explain their own ordeal. So you've been listening to them. They are explaining what they are going through. So we want to call on the Liberian government through your ambassador. That's in the ambassador there should be Rabok Pade at IMO. That's the IMO. Yes, Rabok Pade should be the ambassador. There are complaints by these migrants. According to them, allegedly, um, they are not getting the ambassador online. The director for IMO told the migrants from Liberia they are not getting the director online. They have tried all they could to get the director to speak to him on how he can get the citizens, those stranded citizens, Bill Bob Chie, informing us how they can get the Liberian migrants in Niger back to Liberia. But all of those efforts prove futile. So they got in contact with me, and we made a plan today that we will have come live so that they get to explain what they are going through. So we want to call on the Liberian government. This is what is at hand. Your citizens are in Niger. They are stranded on the camp of IMO. So whatever means, President Boakai and your able lieutenants, whatever means you can get your citizens from that area as fast as you can will be very, very important. So just a life of a Liberian citizen is very important. One more about several of them. One of the questions thought of asking, there are how many Liberians that are on that side? Because we can recall in 2000, approximately 62 Liberian migrants were reported stranded at the International Organization for Migration, IMO camp in Niger, the same Niger. So here we are again. Liberians are stranded in the same Niger. So this is what we are faced with at the moment. And if you are a family member to these Liberians, whatever way you can help in getting in contact with them, if you want to get in contact with them, we are available to actually give you the numbers. So I'm going to post on the page here. I'm going to post on the live feed some of the footages to see how stranded they are. They are sleeping in the open, and some the shelter, that tarpaulin. Let me put in the simple Liberian English. They got tarpaulin over them, so when the sun is really raging, The sun is hot. You cannot be under the tarpaulin. So they come outside, strip themselves of their clothes, lying on mats in the open. Yeah, that's what our Liberian brothers are going through in Niger. So it is important that the government take a siege of the matter through the ambassador, Robert Pade. Yeah, he's the ambassador to IMO. Robert Pade, Ambassador Robert Pade, there's a need that you be proactive so that the citizens um, can have a relief. So if you want to contact um, Bill, you can call them on +22 78 98 51 095. Once again, to contact these migrants in Niger, +22 78 98 51 095. You also have +22 777 03 9662 to get in contact with the Liberian migrants in Niger at the moment. You can call +22 777 03 9662. Better still, +22 78 98 51 095. Those are numbers you can call to get in contact with the Liberian migrants in Niger. They are stranded. Let me say this for fact. They are stranded. You listened to them earlier before we could get off the line with them. I guess they ran out of data because I've been told by Bill it is a challenging moment for them even to even have data in their phones to communicate. So the little data they had, it was what they used to actually get in contact with me, and we try to flag this issue. It is very important for us as Liberians, whatever way we can be a help to our citizens who are now stranded in Niger, we can do that so that the lives be preserved. Because we've been told at the moment 3 Liberians who are part of the whole issue have died. 3 Liberians have died. So it is not a good thing for us as a country. They told us, you listen to them, they said Nigeria send flights for their citizens, Guinea send flight for their citizens, and other nationals have been heavily supported in evacuating their citizens from that point. But what are we doing as a nation? Liberians are stranded at the IOM camp in Niger. What has been done, government? What has been done to see your citizens having a little relief? Yeah, you say, oh, the people, they left 1 year seeking greener pasture. Some of them, they left 1 year, they did some things, they did things, and they fled the country. Now, it is not about that. When they come back, they can face whatever punishment or justice they should be facing. But at the moment, we should preserve their lives by getting them out of that foreign land. That's what we should be doing now. We should be doing now to get them. Okay, we have them back on the line. Bill, you are back on the line. Bill,
Yeah,
Yeah,
battery.
oh,
We have low battery.
we have a low battery issue that I'm
oh,
you hear me?
go ahead. You guys continue. Go ahead with the explanation. Go ahead with the explanation, Bill. Go ahead with the explanation. Go ahead with the explanation.
Yeah. After then, they brought us to Alidia. They were doing pushing like this going Saturday, if I'm making mistake. This going Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or Saturday. They were doing pushing to some Nigerians. They pushed 95% Nigerian to Agadez. But we Liberian, we went to talk to the director. Oh, we never see our name up and our country is not going on. What's going on? Instead, I told you people to forget the bombing. If the time we should go, we'll go. Ambassador have no response. In fact, nobody should embarrass me. In fact, I'm tired of talking about one thing over and over. You know, the way he addressed or he get all angry at thinking about what's going on in our country. What really we did? What really we did that people behaving to us like this? So please, we beg the Liberian people. We are talking to the government. Let them respond to our calls. We don't have time to talk to them because of communication problem and battery issue. We are here to call it on faster. When your face happening here, you can get it. Sometimes if you want to send video, we turn green. We don't know what's going on. The video can go sometimes. You know, we send photo to people, but they don't believe what's going on with us here. Yeah. So please, this is my view.
So, Bill,
Brother,
yeah, go ahead.
I want to say thank you once again for the privilege, and I want to use the medium to appeal to our government to at least through the ambassador, at least to respond to IMO call so that to help us to push all of here.
So, Bill, before I take
But
leave,
there are some
before I
Yeah.
take leave of you guys, how many Liberians in total are there on the camp?
for the soft camp there in Akamaka, we got 8 Liberians that left there. There were 9, but one died on Sunday.
Wow.
In Desert camp, we got 9 there. And where we are now, we got 8 plus 2 plus 3 children. 3 children. 8 adults plus 3 children.
I'm gonna guess it. 3 girls.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 boys, 1 girl. Yeah. And we got other Liberians out there. They are about 13 Liberians in Agadez.
Wow. This is exciting.
Yeah.
So go ahead with the message, Bill. The folks are listening. Go ahead with the message. Is there any
So
other information that you want to pass on?
Yeah, all we want to say to the Liberian government is to come to our aid right now, because that's all we can ask for now.
We don't want to be the next to be affected because we don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Today, yesterday was Bob. Tomorrow could be anybody. If you call someone on the end, we talk personally offline, brother. If you hear some of our story, you will know that things are not fine here. Things are not fine here, bro.
Our friends died before us. Our hair is there.
Things are not really fine here. So we want to appreciate you. We want to appreciate the entire Lord FM team for at least allowing us to use the platform to push our message to the government. And we hope and pray that this will bring up good results.
So my question to you,
I want to say thank you once again.
have you gotten in contact with your family members back home?
Okay, like for me, Bill Gamuda, when I was in prison, I never contact my family member till I got the deportation to Asamaka. But I never used to talk to them like that. We go to Wi-Fi to talk to them sometime. Yes. So they know that we are here. So they said there is no way to come. I think there is no way because I was only helping us. They are doing extremely well to us on where we were to carry us to our country. But they said that they are not responsible for our flight to our country because our ambassador is the one that to go online to tell us, yes, bring my citizen. They are the one that paying the transport. They are not like government are paying transport for us to return to our country. It's they responsible, but we need our country attention on that.
Okay, let me get the understanding, Bill. According to you, you said the IMO representative is telling you that they need to hear from the ambassador as accredited to their own institution to give them green light so that they can repatriate you people. The government is not responsible to do that. They are responsible to do that. They only need that green light from the government, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That is, he had to do personal interview with us because some guys here, we have a lot of Liberian here, but some of them even switch to Guinea because they know that Liberian pushing is very slow. Most Liberian here they turn to Guinea because they know that our process is very slow. So if the ambassador come online and he do personal interview with us, he will know the Liberians are here. We have to give him our family number out there. He will call to do some background investigation. If we are qualified to go, that's how the process are here.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll keep pressing. We'll keep having these conversations so that the government can come to your aid in terms of the quick response from the ambassador. Okay, we try to reach out to the ambassador as well.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Okay, so
Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
okay, he's Bill. Bill is there in Niger. He's one of the Liberian migrant. He said in number they are close to 8 to 9 Liberians who are now stranded in Niger on the IMO camp. So they are calling on the Liberian government to swiftly come to their aid so that if you see some of the footages, let's put one of the pictures, the many pictures that I have with me. See our Liberian brothers. See how they look. You can count the ribs of this other brother here. It's so sad. So we want to call on the government to please reach out to the ambassador accredited to IMO. That person should be Ambassador Rawo Pade. If people say, allegedly, they are not getting you online, it's difficult for them to even get in touch with you as it relates to what is unfolding with your citizens. So they are calling on you to respond to them so that they be able to repatriate your citizens safely to your country, to our country. They are our own Liberian brothers. Say 2 kids among the numbers. We have 2 kids, as we've been told by these victims. We have 2 kids amongst them. Who knows? If the elderly ones are dying, 3 Liberians, according to Bill, have died just on Sunday. When I talked to him earlier, it was 2 persons who died since they got involved with this whole thing. Only to get me in the know in the evening hours that another Liberian died in the process. And where they are stranded. Food, medication, shelter is not as it should be. So we are calling on the government to see reason in doing the needful. Okay, let's get this commercial commitment. When we come back, we will actually be playing host to folks from Lone Star Cell, like I initially stated, folks from Lone Star Cell, to talk about a campaign that is to shortly kickstart.
If you want extra small money for the things that you're not expecting, let me tell you about Momo Loan. The fast and easy way to be free with money problem. Momo Loan, the new way of taking care of things when you not get money. The first thing you gotta do is to register. Dial *156*5# and you will select extra cash. Hey man, now one, that easy credit there. Momo Loan, they're not just giving you money, they are making you strong financially. Momo Loan, that your fallback position, that you're dependable. Go get it. Don't wait, go register today and control your money per hour with Momo Loan. Momo Loan, extra money for the things that are important to you. Hey dear, I guess you need a little extra cash for those unexpected expenses. Introducing Momo Loan, your quick and easy solution to financial freedom. Momo Loan is your cash flow, extra cash when you need it, offering users quick financial support for things that truly matters. It's simple. First, you gotta register. Just dial *156*5# and select extra cash. And remember, with Momo Loan, we are not just giving you cash, we are empowering you with knowledge for a better financial future. Momo Loan is your cash flow, extra cash when you need it. Let's go. So don't wait. Get started today and take control of your finances with Momo Loan. Momo Loan, extra cash for the things that matter.
Social Night is that radio program that aims to engage listeners in meaningful discussions about social issues, community events, and present life transforming stories. Get the latest G's, get connected, and be in the fries. Depression is real, my friend. Embrace your new beginning. You are strong. You are wise. You are wise beyond the thousand reasons why. You can be perfect because nobody is perfect. So embrace your new beginning with friends and music. With Social Night, you are not alone. Join us for laughter this and every Wednesdays and Fridays, 10 to 11:30 p.m. only on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live. It's Social Night. Okay, yes, indeed. We are back like we started on the conversation to talk about our Liberian brothers who are stranded there in Niger on the IMO camp, So calling on the Liberian government to actually be proactive in getting in contact with the ambassador on that side of the IMO to give that green light so that these citizens be repatriated. All right. So just receive an information that the folks from Lone Star Cell, those representatives from Lone Star Cell who should have come to represent the institution, got involved into an accident, so they will be unable to come here. So, well, whatever it is, we wish you all the best. As we got the information that you were involved into accident, that's why you are unable to be here. We wish you all the best. But the show continues. So there are other national issues that we're going to talk. And as we continue to say to all of us, Liberia is our common denominator. I know we are so pressed with this politics to the extent that bitterness have taken siege of our daily lives and our interactions with one another as citizens in this land. Politics have created a vacuum. Politics have created a serious vacuum to the extent that people who you expect to be level-headed, their actions are even beneath the reasonable state that people will reckon with. Yes, all because of the bitterness that have been created by politics. Why should we get ourselves involved with these kinds of arts? Knowing very well that, come what may, Liberia is our common denominator. Like I said this morning, if you are from the opposition and you are from the ruling establishment, we should be brainstorming, right? Literally, the opposition is not a block that everything that happens, whether it's good, you dare to criticize. No. Like I gave you a lot of illustration this morning, and I'm going to emphasize on that. A responsible opposition will keep the feet to the fire of the ruling establishment in a responsible manner. And what we mean by that? By sparking out or showcasing the loopholes or the errors of the ruling establishment and making those recommendations for the betterment of the citizens. Someone will say, well, how can I give an ammo to an opponent to strengthen himself when I'm vying for said position? It is based on his error that I can make my break to come back to power. Come to think about it. And I will continue to say, that is an archaic style of politics. Liberian politicians are trying on an archaic stage. They are not advancing themselves in terms of their dealings in how to get along and getting the Liberian people to be convinced with their policies and platforms. The number of protests or protestation will not help. As a responsible opposition, what you should be doing is to create the environment that the people, since the people who should be doing these things are not doing it, you have the upper hand to get the citizens to a better state. And what we mean by that? You have your partisans. Aside from your partisans, some of you have businesses. How many of these Liberians or even your own partisans you have employed to those businesses of yours? We are talking about economic hardship. The country is high. Journalists are going to do interviews with marketeers. People are speaking their minds. That's a fun thing. It is important that we highlight these things so that the government themselves get to know that they are not working in line of the promises they made to the Liberian people. But in so doing, you as an opposition or responsible opposition, it is also your responsibility. You owe it to the people that show you loyalty. What are you doing? What level of assistance are you rendering to these citizens that you go to? Oh yeah, the people are not happy. The people, the country high. Okay, the country is high. We all know. Changes is not an easy thing. Development comes with pain. It was so sad for me to have read on the social media. It's no personal attack, but that's the reality. To have seen lines and statements coming from the former chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change, now the chairperson for STAN, talking about in the impoverished economy, the government is breaking down the homes of the ordinary. I just laugh. I say to you, Mr. Molu, without due respect, with all due respect, the Ghana, the Nigeria, and the countries that you people run to, how these areas came into being with the luxurious kind of lifestyle you people used to, that you go there to enjoy yourselves, how they brought about development. It did not happen overnight. People felt pain. If I gave you the story, I will play that except for you. You listen to Gerald John Rowland, the late. When he took over Ghana and saw that development should be the center of his government, what he did, many a times he got in the bulldozer himself, drove. And today, we can proudly appreciate the Ghanaians. We can say, oh yeah, Ghana is beautiful. Ghana is a very fun place to go. Those areas, if you would have seen Ghana back then, and the Ghana you're praising now, and how they came to where they are, some of these protests and some of these political statements you guys continue to make, you won't be making them. Why won't you call these people to check? For some of you, you were in government. Some of you that carry on the criticism, you were in government. You saw these people building on the alleys. You did nothing to caution them. Some of you, because of political reasons, you allow people to squat in areas that they shouldn't be squatting. They even went out to buy those areas illegally, knowing that government is continuity. So you and the government who have played the wrong role in this thing. Let's face the reality. Let's put all aside feelings and talk rational things here. If you knew very well these people, by them getting in those areas, building on the alleys and stuff, would have caused them future embarrassment, you should have informed them initially. Since you say, oh yeah, you love them, oh yes. The government let a citizen that want to breaking down the citizen homes. Development come with pain, Papa. Development comes with pain. Some of the areas that we're now praising, we also politicize. We can do a drop back during the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf led government era, when the defense ministry that was being built in the Congo Town area was being demolished. We politicized that other one. Today, all of us are proud of the development that was brought to us. Now we have our government relief from those wasteful spendings, where you have some kind of family member, you're renting from some kind of government, renting from some kind of family member, whom for taking it as a ministry, and bulk of those thousands and millions of dollars going to one family, while government had the finances to build structures of their own. Gone are the days. Now that you have government, if you do a check, 50 to 60 or 85% of the offices now occupied by ministries and agencies of government, they are government owned. Unlike back in the days where homes of private people were being auctioned to government for rental, and they are benefiting from those rental fees in the millions. But today, we are proud now to say we have a ministerial complex. When we criticize Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, when the defense ministry was being demolished, now you have agriculture ministry at the ministerial complex. You have labor ministry at the ministerial complex. You have education ministry at the ministerial complex. You have civil service agency at the ministerial complex. Ministry of Education at the ministerial complex. There are 6 ministries. Commerce. And we have a state-of-the-art event hall that all of us, whether you politician, whether you common citizen, whether you are from opposition, no position, in position, all of us now, we troop to that area for events. But little did we know, when the demolition exercise was going on for the construction of that gigantic structure, we politicized it. But then you were in opposition. You politicize it. Why? They should destroy, they don't want to see the image of the, Liberian, we are good at criticizing. We are good critics. But when it comes for us to make those recommendations for transformation, we shy away. But when we are placed at the helm of power, we distance ourselves. We start to do the same old thing that we criticize. Yeah, we are benefiting from the ministerial complex. Government now have of the ministries and agencies have their own buildings. In the same Congo Town, you have the Maritime. Maritime is in her own building. You see, other buildings around, Health Ministry in her own building, and there are other extensions being made at the Health Ministry. You have Enfield. Enfield has her own building, and there are new structures being erected as well. So, Mr. Malu and others, it is good that you keep the government feet to the fire, but I can say in a very constructive way that people will not even look at you in an awful way or in an awful manner and say, but well, the brother should know better. So should we keep our country under hostage? Should our country be in a state where development shouldn't take the center stage? People look at themselves. They purchase land that shouldn't be purchased. They build structures on those land. And now time for development, you're telling people, say, in this state, why the government is demolishing structures, why the people are hungry, why the people now. My brother, you are riding one of the luxurious cars in this country. How many of those people that you gather on a daily basis or a weekly basis for your press conferences at your party or your social gathering or political gathering, how many of their children you have on scholarship? I mean, sometimes Liberians we need to be true to ourselves. They may carry you say, oh yeah, ARC, the people breaking your plate down, you can't. We'll stand up for you. But at the same time, he has the ability to send your child who is not in school to school. He has the means to create an enabling environment for you that he can give you 1 or 2 cents. If it is a loan, he can give you that loan that you can go and start to sell in the market and make money that will cater to you and your children. But he rather brainwash you, care you in the sun, you chant slogans, he tell you things that he feels that he can tell you, brainwash you to turn against your government. And to you, the government, our government officials, you were elected to work in the interests of the Liberian people. You criticize the Liberian government back then, now opposition, for their dealings. Now that you are at the helm of power, you need to do something different other than what the people were doing. You criticize them for filibustering around here, the both people will say. And you are more than what they are doing. Some of you, like I said the last time to somebody, we criticize people, government officials, past, taking government vehicles to entertainment centers. They took government vehicles to entertainment centers out of work time, even during work hours. You see government vehicles parked to these entertainment centers. And at the end of the day, these people were being criticized. It was some of the reasons why they were voted out of power. Now that after you have criticized them, we see you even doing more than what they are doing. What sense does it make? It tells you, the Liberian people, that politicians are only after themselves and not you. Politicians are only after themselves and not you. When you start to do the positive things, they find a way and means so that the masses stand against you. I don't think, Mr. Malu, I don't think this is actually called for. That last statement that you released concerning the demolition exercise, I don't know, but brother, you need to go check again. You need to go rethink on that decision, and not to put Liberian citizens' head up because of, put the heads together up because of your personal aggrandizement. You are living a luxurious life, from air-conditioned car to air-conditioned home, air-conditioned office, where those same people who you should be stretching hands to, that go under the rain and the sun to listen to your political statements, then you can be a help to their children. You can be a help to even themselves. You can empower them. He said, teach the man how to fish and not to always give him fish. If you call them in the numbers, you get them $20. What would that $20 continue to do? Will you continue to give them $20? You are, even the river gets dry. So be able to empower those people. How do you carry on empowerment? You get them involved into schools, trade schools, the tertiary schools, and all the stuff like that. Pay school fees, get them involved. That's what I said this morning to our young friends who are at the level of the University of Liberia and other universities around here who are being used as a tools to carry on chaos and other stuff. And I reiterate, when we were at the University of Liberia, most especially where we were paying school fees and other stuff like that, you will always strive to get on SOUP scholarship or student scholarship. Yeah, because the institution, the political institution, student political institution on campus were more or less proactive in empowering their comrades to remain in school, because there are a lot of people who go to school, they don't have the support. They depend on others to keep them in school. So the political parties on campus, after one, I think 2 semesters, I benefited from also scholarship. I benefited from the scholarship. So do we still have these kinds of aid on campus? If they are there, how proactive are we? Okay, let's say for instance, they say free school. You go, you don't pay tuition. No, you don't do your registration, and then you in the school. Government takes care of. There are some of your colleagues. They go to school, they don't even have a fitting meal to eat. Come on. As a student political based party, make sure you go to the restaurant. Look, okay, every lunchtime we have the certain amount, of food for our colleagues who are unable, to get the 3 square meal. Since the school fee aspect is being paid, and let's get them to be empowered, because they cannot be hungry and go and sit in class. Go and eat. That's a form of empowerment in your little weak ways. You lob it around and get finance to do those things. Look on the campuses of the university, the constraint of tears. You have people calling you to go and demonstrate and cause chaos. Put your eyes together at the level of education you have, or the level you have reached in education. Put your eyes together. You are no longer a stooge. Or they tell you so, you tell them no. Tell them you came to acquire knowledge, and the knowledge you are acquiring is for you to empower the people that are not at the level, so that they get to the level and be empowered. Because if one Liberian is empowered, the other will help just like that. And all of us will be one way or the other empowered to develop our country. But you allow yourself to be used to cause chaos. You wear the militant suits. You all over the streets, blocking traffic, throwing of stones, getting in face fight with security apparatus. What encouragement you would give the men who have not stepped to the school door before? That's why you see a lot of people in the country, they don't see education as the way of empowerment, as one of the means of empowerment. So some of them, as soon as they get the quasi high school certificates, they don't want to go higher again, because those that are at the higher level, what impact are they making in society? But every time, that way again, that the university student, what are they doing? They station protest, they're chunking each other, they're chunking the state security. So why would encourage somebody now to go to school when the men know very well that the major that you're doing at the university is to turn right and cause chaos? So he won't have that interest. And likewise, you, the administrators, those who are at the helm of power, you must create an enabling environment for the citizens. If you say the rat shouldn't smell, what are you doing to curtail the smell of the rat? But we sit there supinely, and these are the people that we empower, thinking that they will do better for us. And people start to politicize. The last time I saw on the same social media That's what I said. Information dissemination is very important. These landline ministries and agencies, government institutions, you should be proactive, making sure that your information reach the lowest person as you think in the country. Even the kids should be aware of what is unfolding. How many people do know that one of the major lines that distributes water rupture just in recent time, and it is ongoing construction? How many people know about this? How many people know about this? So now the politicians are now using it they are politicizing it, that, oh, they say it's here now, and they say they are going to be giving water all over the place. Yeah. For which now we are not receiving water. What happening? The people shouldn't be asking the question. You should go to the people with the information. Let the people be fed with the information, because information is as important as food, water, and shelter, as well as medication. Feed the people with the information. That will discourage the spread of misinformation and disinformation. Because our own Liberian politicians, they have the way of spinning things. Now, Mr. Mohali, you are there at water and sewer. There are challenges that you met there. Amidst those challenges, you've made gains and prospects are on the way. The information should be filtered down to the least person so that they shouldn't live with that doubt, always asking the question, but what's happening? We used to receive water, we're not having water yet now. Are we reaching out to the marketing association to enlighten the minds of the marketeers why things are the way they are? The marketing association is under the vice president office, right? Yeah. Are we reaching out with the necessary information? Where's the commerce ministry? Where's the labor ministry? All these institutions, you need to be proactive. Get the information across. The information ministry is trying her best, but you need to do more. You need to do more. There are people who are not informed about the workings of the government. Yes, you take up the time for you to explain the policy of government and bring people at the regular press briefing. That's a fine one. But you can do even more than that. Sound trucks. Create there's sound trucks where we have, like you see my friend Salif. Daily Talk. He has a moving a mobile truck that has a television on it and a loudspeaker. You catalog all of the works that government have done and is doing. You pass it around. That's why I want to appreciate this young man who is very, 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 very encouraging. He's one person who, with all of the criticism, with all of the trying times that he found himself going through, the challenges, he still reached out to those areas to highlight government activities. These are things that you should be doing. People take it to be fun. They be laughing at that boy. But he's doing tremendously well for the government. Just the other day, how many of our people know that there is a process on the way and progress on the way for the rehabilitation of Hotel Africa? How many people are aware of what is about to happen for us? The initiative through the partnership of some investors to get the Hotel Africa rehabilitated. How many of us know about this? How many people know? How many people know or in the know that within 90 days, those that have encroached on the land there in the Hotel Africa should make themselves available to engage the Liberia Land Authority with their deeds and diagrams to substantiate their claims of land within the corridors of the Hotel Africa. How many people know about that? Are you reaching to the lower group of people, the schools, the marketeers, the Yana boys, the Shushan boys? Are you reaching out to them with those information? You are not. Not just for you to just sit down on one platform, your talk, your life, your platform, at the end of the day, you think that information is disseminated? No. Information is as important as food, water, and shelter. So adequately, the people need to be fed with timely information. You see, that's what I said the last time. One of the reasons why the CDC lost the election, because they never had a synchronized messaging or a message structure or a strategy put in place to disseminate information. And there came a time wherein the spokesperson for government was very mute because people were doing his job. It is the responsibility of the information minister to speak for government. But you have people doing that time. A director will go speak for himself. The other person, minister from one ministry, was even serving as almost like the information ministry. You see? So at the end of it, you never had a synchronized form of message. So the guys who were in opposition now in leadership, they use your inability to capture the minds of the Liberian people that brought you to where you are today. Now you have gone into opposition. They themselves, they know how they came to power through information dissemination. They have forgotten the channel through which they use to get the minds and the attraction of the Liberian people. They are feeling so complacent. They are not reaching in the trenches with the information that the people need. And you now in opposition, you are using every means. See what Mr. Malu just did concerning the demolition exercise. If you were to explain to the Liberian people why is it that this demolition exercise is ongoing, the purpose for which is ongoing, and why we should embrace it, you won't have people agitating all around here and believing the myth that is being spread out for political gains, because the people are not aware. So the inability for you to provide the necessary information to the people is what the guys are now using, sophisticating themselves with misinformation and disinformation and spreading out in every spectrum, the social media, the terrestrial radio and television, and even at tech shops and intellectual centers. And people are running with this misinformation and disinformation that have been provided by them, because you who should be providing timely information, you are not. So the people are vulnerable. And you know what? When a man is vulnerable, what happens? And the people will tend to believe, because in the face of the situation, the challenges are enormous. You who should be providing the information to them say, look, why we are facing these difficulties is because of X, Y, and Z, so that the people get relief. So when somebody comes with misinformation, they say, no, my brother, the reason why we are facing little scarcity as it relates to people going to the market and goods and services and all that stuff like that is because of X, Y, and Z. Then they know how to battle or counteract this misinformation and disinformation. But you sit there, you relax, you're getting your frequent gas slip, you're getting all of your allowances and your salaries. You are not doing the job. We used to see you all through the trenches informing the people about the arrest agenda. Are you relaxed now? If you are relaxed, the folks will use your relaxation to pollute the minds of the people and put them against you. So notice today, in opposition, come on. Your working shouldn't only based on polluting the minds of the people in a negative form. But guess what? You can get the people to believe in you through the works that you will do. Some of you have institutions around you. How many of these people that follow you are benefiting from those institutions of yours? Some of you acquire wealth when you were in government. What impact are you making in the lives of the people that are loyal to you? They don't need to be in government before they get things going on, life going on with them. Come on. It's just logic and reasoning. Just logic. And you, the constituents, you need to say to ask yourself, if it want you going under the sun to turn battle cry, and at the end of the day, you get involved with throwing of stones and demonstration around the place. The dispensation we are headed to, demonstration is an arcade form of getting your leaders to pay attention to you. It's arcade. How do you get your leaders to pay attention to details and get things going? You can use, so say, oh, the radical approach is to demonstrate. No, demonstration, the people use the demonstration now. The next thing somebody will tell you, and they want to demonstrate, you're learning to demonstrate. After demonstration, what next? So the people of the governing system have gotten immune to demonstration. During the citizen-led government, you have series of demonstration. Until a reach certain point, you got so immune to demonstration, so you never care any longer if people were demonstrating, because you know it's a regular thing that people will do. Now that the Unity Party is at the helm of power, so they don't care. They use those strategies to get the attention, so they don't care whether you demonstrate or not. You see it? So that formula of getting the attention of the people who should be doing the right thing is arcade now. So you need to think outside of the box. You need to be creative. You need to be innovative as politicians and as opposition. You need to be innovative. How do we get the people to believe that we can make a comeback, and in a very positive way? Is by engaging the people in a positive direction. What the government is to do and not doing, you have the ability to do it. And the people are seeing what you do. The people are listening to what you are telling them through your works. Come on, they make the decision 2029. You don't have to create myth. You don't have to create chaos before you know that you want to get the government attention. No. Some of you that are shouting all around the place, as soon as you are called, the government, as soon as you are called, all of your advocacies will be rolled under the carpet. Then you become a praise sinker. We know you people. We know some of you. Some of you only get involved with these kind of advocacies because you want to get your aim and objective met. But when it comes to going the extra mile for the people, the common people, you don't care. After you have caused the nerves and the people see you as a target, and you know you are very influential, they found something for you. You say, my man, I'm not going to get so high on you again, but I'll just be on the surface. You know, we got to keep the momentum. And you know, yeah, you be benefiting from that on-call advocacy, and at the same time acting like you are agitating. That's how most of you are working. So let us reason together. The country that you want the people to go and lock a head with the government is the same country that you want to head as a leader. And in leadership, leaders are servants. And most of you that are calling for a protestation all around the place, are you putting the people interest first? When some of you were at the helm of power, did you put the interest of the people first? You were after yourselves. That's what I said to somebody. For we who are communicators, they got something called the message and the messenger. And you go in depth to analyze the message and the messenger. The message may be a good message, but who is that messenger that is taking the message to the people? Is it somebody who had the opportunity, who had the chance of transforming the lives of the people and did not? When did you realize that you would have done what you are talking about doing now? When you had the chance to do and you did not do. Are you the right messenger? You are not the right messenger. The message is good, but the messenger is faulty. Logic and reasoning. But some of our people, you are so entrenched into this loyalty, that foolishness. You know very well the people that you are even behind did not see you as they are seeing you now while they are out of power. When they were in power, they did not see you. They had the windshield all wind up in a dark windshield car. They did not wind it down with you that they are doing now. But power left their hands. They are going down to the trenches, gathering you and telling you that they can do better. When they had the opportunity to have done little, they did not do. You see, what sense does it make to you? You go and chant the slogan all night. At the end of the day, you don't even have a fitting food on your table. The school fees for your children is not even there. You go to their homes. They will make you stay there all night. Oh, the chief not yet. You go back. Some of you, your heels, your slipper, your heel now hole in your slippers, in your shoes, your shoe laying. Nothing they could do for you. They would have created an enabling environment that you be empowered, but it did not. And likewise now, some of you who are at the hem of power, you have the opportunity to transform lives. Be that change that you once spoke about. Be that agent of positive change. Be that agent of the positive change that you once advocated for. Not because you are the hem of power, so you just relax. Says yes is not everlasting. You have to work for it. You have to work to maintain it. When the people who should be benefiting holistically, they are faced with lots of enormous challenges, you think they will be drunk again to give you power? They won't. So the message and the messenger, what channel are you using to get the message across to the people? The people must be able to see the tangibles. You are at the hem of power now. You've been selected to work in ministries and agencies. Not that you are the only most clever person. There are others who are even more capable than you. But you have the opportunity to serve your people. Serve with diligence and commitment. And that will speak for you. Let your work speak for you. Let that work speak for you. And not you coercing the people when you know that you've lost the favor of the people. When time for election is drawing nearer, then you act like you are in for the people. That strategy is over. The people have far past that. That other strategy, y'all know. For those of you who went to elections, during the 2023 election, you know what happened. We say, okay, say our representative, our voter for says, yeah, I will do 4, then the remaining 2 or 1, then I get involved with the district. I get involved with the people. The people say, we're coming. We are not fools. We learn our lesson well. They booted you out. And it was so amazing to have heard the former president speak. after the elections. And he made a very profound statement. I can still record, and I hope to get my hands on that clip. He said, most of you in the house, most of you in the sanctuary here today, you are nobody. But when we took the mantle of authority, the mandate of the Liberian people to lead them, we empower you so that you be able to empower your communities, your towns, your villages, and your people. But you use that time to build condominiums. You use that time to buy cars and put up that windshields. Your fence, they couldn't see your roof. Cutting everything. But now, here's the result of your action. He said, and I quote, the votes that we got, it was based on the favor that the people have for me, the love that the people have for me, not any one of you. That's why he said. The clips are there. So now it's about time that you, the politicians, you change your course of action. Say you in opposition. Opposition, I mean that you should be there to denigrate. When the good things are done, praise. When the wrong things are done, you talk about them and make the recommendation. If the need be that you work in that direction, you do it. You don't have to be in government before you do things for the nation that the people will benefit from. No. So 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are numbers to call this afternoon and be a part of the afternoon conversation right here on Love FM. While we await your calls, I want to say to my colleagues, my professional colleagues in the media, let us now take up the time to recalibrate and look around us and see ourselves as a beacon of hope that the Liberian people look up to for information. We are the beacon of hope. We hold the public trust. So if we allow ourselves to be used in a negative way to spread misinformation and disinformation that will bring the country out of standstill, we'll be doing it to ourselves, because the little cents or dollars that you get from politicians will only be used for a while. But what happened to the future of your children, even the unborn children, when the right things are not done? You sit on your various platforms. You are being used as missionaries to spare out misinformation and disinformation, and you take pride in it. We are watchdogs of the society. We shape the discourse. We decide how the people decision, which way the decision making of the people should go. Because we hold the public trust. Why should we allow ourselves to be used and later on abused? Because when that man aim is accomplished, he just don't recognize you. That's why I say to anybody, whatever I do here, I do it with my conscience, because I want to see the change. That today or tomorrow when I'm around, my children will survive on that legacy. That my father spoke about these things and the change came. So be that agent of positive change. 0778-665-073, 0887-105-105 are numbers to call. We have limited time, barely 5 minutes to go. Both of your calls. We know the conversation is interesting, but we need to talk about some of these things. We are not everywhere at the same time. We are not omnipresent. We are not omnipotent. Only God. So by you getting involved with these conversations, it helps to enlighten the minds of those who should be doing the things that are required of them. It keeps them reminded. So that's why we often open the lines so that you can weigh in on these discussions. 0887 105 105, 0778 665 073 are numbers to call and form part of the program, The Afternoon Conversation. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. Pretty see that while with your calls. Let's get this commercial commitment to be right back. Don't go away.
Yeah, I guess you need a little extra cash for those unexpected expenses. Introducing Momo Loan, your quick and easy solution to financial freedom. Momo Loan is your cash flow, extra cash when you need it, offering users quick financial support for things that truly matters. It's simple. First, you gotta register. Just dial *156*5# star and select extra cash. And remember, with Momo Loan, we are not just giving you cash, we are empowering you with knowledge for a better financial future. Momo Loan is your cash flow, extra cash when you need it. Let's go. So don't wait. Get started today and take control of your finances with Momo Loan. Momo Loan, extra cash for the things that matter. If you want extra small money for the things that you're not expecting, let me tell you about Momo Loan. The fast and easy way to be free with money problem. Momo Loan, the new way of taking care of things when you not get money. The first thing you gotta do is to register. Dial *156*5# and you will select extra cash. Hey man, now one, easy credit there. Momo Loan, they're not just giving you money, they are making you strong financially. Momo Loan are your fallback position, that you're dependable. Go get it. Don't wait, go register today and control your money power with Momo Loan. Momo Loan, extra money for the things that are important to you.
Oh, yes. After our commercial commitment, let me say happy birthday to my first fruit, of course, my daughter, Favor Venetta Cannon, as you turn 14 years today. I wish you all God's blessings as you celebrate your natality. May you grow up in wisdom and the love for God. All right? Yes. And all others celebrating birthdays or anniversaries today, whatever the occasion is, I say congratulations to all of you and hope that you celebrate in grand style. If you are to celebrate in the coming days, we wish you all the best. Okay? Yeah. So, with that being said, we want to conclude and recap on those things that we did within the space of time we had available to us. Um, Earlier on, we had a conversation via the telephone with Liberian migrants in Niger. They are calling on the government of Liberia through its ambassador to the IMO to be proactive in reaching out to the IMO in terms of arranging their um, they're coming back to the country, and like Bill Che and his colleague made mention of their status. On that side, 3 Liberians are reported to have died through the struggle that they are going through in Niger. And they made us to understand that medication, shelter, and other things are challenges for them. They are in the desert land, the place is very hot, and there are some people who have health issues. So it becomes a serious problem for them. So we are calling on the government through the ambassador accredited to IMO, in person of Mr. Rawak Pade, to please see reason in being proactive and reaching out to your citizens so that we have our citizens brought back home. And we should have had representatives from Lone Star Cell appearing on our show this afternoon to talk about the newest campaign. But on a dime minute, we'll receive a call that they were involved into an accident. So they were unable to be with us. So we took up the time to talk about key national issues. We said government should be proactive in meeting up with the things that are required of them to the citizens, and the opposition should develop a responsible approach in aiding in the process of getting the citizens' livelihood met. So my name is Rufus. Like I always say, um, two things in this life will always be remembered for: the problems we create and the problems we solve. And we must take responsibility of two things in our lives: our fortune and that of our misfortune. Because Mahatma Gandhi said, and I quote, the difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing will surface to solve most of the world's problems, unquote. In your little way, whatever way you can be a part of the national growth, you can do it by maintaining the cleanliness of the environment, by getting information that are required to be passed on to others so that the people of Liberia minds can be transformed. Because when the minds are developed, the eyes will appreciate the works of their hands. Rufus Divine Cannon, I lead, another follow. Was among equals. Of course, I'm destined for greatness. Have you and yours a pleasant and a godly day. I leave you. Follow the rest of our broadcast.